I'm Timothy Vigil, and this is Just Another Word, the word podcast for storytellers. Episode 41, Reorient. One of the most difficult things to admit to yourself is when something isn't going the way you want it to. I think as authors, this happens in our stories all the time. We're taught to kill our darlings. This idea that something that we love so much might not be quite right. We write a paragraph or a chapter or half of a book that we absolutely love, but doesn't fit the tone or the idea of what the story is supposed to be about. We might try for days, weeks, or months to make it work, but in the end, we have to admit when enough is enough, and when we have to call it quits, or when we have to scale back. That's what today is about for me. The idea of reorienting, both in my writing and a little bit in my life. See, I took on this idea to do this podcast every day because it's a vision that I've had for a long time. But the sad reality is that I don't know if I can keep doing it every day. Not because I can't manage it, it takes an hour out of my day, but because it takes away my ability to do the other things that I love. This podcast, which is so fun and enjoyable, has started to distract from the point of it, to become a better writer. I took on this project because I wanted to be the best writer I could be, but then it's got in the way of me actually writing. And so I'm sitting here realizing that I need to reorient. I need to realize that though this is a good thing, it is not necessarily the best thing for me. And so I am announcing today that from this point forward, starting immediately, I will be releasing just 3 episodes a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. This week we'll have more because some have already come out, but starting next week, expect only 3 in your podcast feed. This is so that I can focus more on what I care about most, working on my craft, and so that the episodes I'm putting out are the highest quality possible. This last week, I had to record 5 or 6 episodes in a row to put them out before going on a trip, and I felt that those episodes were weak because the amount of time and energy I was able to put into each was lessened. I recognize that the thing that I want most out of this podcast is to put out episodes that I am proud of and that have a genuine value to both myself and those listening. To do that, I have to scale back. I have to change the focus and the direction of this podcast. This will allow me to do some longer form content that I've wanted to do, putting out some videos on YouTube talking in more depth about scene structure and other things that I am learning currently. I'm doing this because I think this is the best thing for me. And I hope that for those of you who have enjoyed listening to this daily, you'll continue with me even though it's not. And that perhaps that this can come as an opportunity to share with some other people who might not want a 10-minute podcast every day. I think this is the best direction to go as I've been pondering it for the last couple of days. It's a big step, but I think that it's the right move. And I think that it mirrors what I'm seeing in my own work. I've been working on revising my novel, The Pathmaker, which I finished last year but haven't got up to snuff yet. And one of the things I've been learning is that there are huge sections that I really love where we get into depth with characters that don't help the plot at all, that don't really even move the character arcs forward. I've had to reorient to get the focus of the book back to what it's supposed to be. Killing my darlings has been an incredibly difficult process in my writing, and I think it's just as difficult a process in this project for me. But I challenge you, if you are a writer or a storyteller, or if you're working on some other form of creative project, to see what is your orientation and what do you want it to be. Is the direction you're moving you towards the goal? Is the direction of your plot moving you towards the end of the story? Is your goal focused? Is it clear? Do you understand why you're doing it? I didn't. For the last 40 days or so, this podcast has been something that I've been doing because I need to do it every day. But I want it to be what I originally envisioned. A place where I talk about storytelling and writing, and I give the bits that I've been learning. I think that at the rate of every single day, I am forced to stretch ideas into too small of pieces. And so as I sit here today, I just want to take a moment and thank you all who have listened to every episode so far for being here and for doing this. This episode is probably less useful to you than most of them, but I think that it will turn out to be one of the most important that we do. This is the move from being quantitative to being qualitative. I don't want to just be the person putting out an episode every day. I want to be the person putting out great episodes every time. And so, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And I hope that you can also think about how you can reorient in your storytelling. Or if you need to reorient, remember to kill your darlings, much as I am doing here. To find what is necessary and focus on that, and leave behind what isn't necessarily what your story needs. Thank you for listening. I'm Timothy Vigil. This has been Just Another Word. Happy writing.